Hey everybody, this is Games Plus James, and welcome back to another Portalnauts development update video. So, we've been doing a little bit of work on the game since we last talked about it. A lot of the stuff I've been working on has been kind of behind the scenes coding stuff, so it's not all visual based, but we have got some cool new things that we can take a look at in the game that we can show off. So I'm going to jump into the game here. I'm going to jump into, well, we're going to continue the game for starts. And I'm going to jump into level 2 here. And you'll see in the background we've got all these trees in the background. At the moment, all the trees, if you look up at the top, for example, we've got all this very blank looking green and very simple looking ground. So they're basic versions of the things we'll have in the background, but conceptually they work for us very well. So when I start moving around, the trees scroll nicely with us, and we've got a nice bit of parallax scrolling action going on. I'm just going to unlock our other characters here. Unlock all of them. There we go. So we can do our normal switching between characters stuff. So, like I said, we've added this cool new background into the game. We've got this second level kind of running a bit nicer and looking a bit smoother. It's a bit more filled out than what we had before. We've also got, if you look in the top right, we've got a basic kind of UI that actually looks a bit more sensible now rather than just some default text filling up the screen and looking incredibly boring. It makes it look a bit more interesting and a bit more alive and a bit more like a proper game that we can actually play. And most importantly, the thing we've added is, whoop, getting killed by boulders. No, that is not the thing that is important. We've added a better camera. So at the moment, as you can see here, I can move around within a little area at the center of the screen. The camera doesn't always follow you exactly the whole way, and it makes for a much smoother gameplay. So when I start walking to the left here, the camera will actually then push forward so we can actually see more in front of us as we go left. And the same when we go right, the camera will push forward ahead of the player so that we can actually see ahead of us and we can see what's coming ahead of us no matter what. For example, this little dude flying at you. You can be more prepared for things. And also, when moving up and down, so when we fall downwards, the camera will follow us all the way down, but when we jump up, the camera stays in place to allow us to kind of control our jumps a bit better, so we can like double jump and stuff like that. But then when we land on a platform, that's when the camera will try to realign to putting the player in the center of the screen. So the camera will stay locked in position vertically as we move, but if we change our heights, so for example, if I go here to this guy, if I go jump onto the ground here, that's when the camera will move up. And it leads to a better feeling of how your game plays. It makes everything feel a little bit more cohesive, and you have a lot more control over, oh hey, now I can more better determine how high am I jumping to reach platforms and how easy I can reach them. For example here, when we want to get up onto that platform up there, I can jump and the platform won't move and the player won't lose track of where they are. So having this new camera system in place is kind of a major thing I wanted to get into the game, and I'm much happier now that it's going smoothly for us. And we can have it all running nicely. Run down here and kill a few more of these guys. Some dude. We've also got, so if you notice as we walk into this dark area here, we've got all the trees behind us like that. But this level that we're in here is meant to be us transitioning from the dark forest out to a beachy area. So we walk out here and all our background trees are gone. And we the ground starts turning into some sand and stuff. Again, nice and simple sand textures for now that will be replaced. But it makes it all feel a little bit nicer. If I go back, if for some reason you go past that point and you go, oh, there's something back further I want to do, let's go back. Let's try going back and seeing what we can do. Whoop. Grab onto these walls properly. We go jump over here. Now when we walk back out this side, the trees are back again, parallaxing away, just like they should be. So we've got some cool little effects. Also, in this level, we've got 2 separate paths that we can follow. So the player can choose to either take the high road and get a few more little crystals and rewards along the way, or if you fall down or anything like that, you don't get punished for falling down too much. You get to run around and have a little bit more fun playing through the game. But yeah, there you go. That's where we are with Portalnauts at the moment. We will be doing these monthly updates at the start of every month so we can see the progress we're making. Coming up soon will be some cool stuff we're going to do with making a fun little surfing level. is kind of the next thing on the list. And then we'll be making even more levels and more environment styles and cool things to go on the game as we explore the other islands in the levels. So there you go. Thanks for taking a look at this video. If you want to see more of Portalnauts in action and Portalnauts being developed, make sure you tune into twitch.tv/GamesPlusJames. Or whenever I go live, I also live stream here on YouTube. But the place to hang out is on Twitch, where you can interact with the stream and I'll answer people in chat. If you've got any questions about games you're working on, or you want to share the games you're working on, come hang out at twitch.tv/GamesPlusJames. So thanks for watching this episode of Portalnauts, and we will be back with more gaming goodness very soon.